Yeah.
Yeah, many of
and na maybe some was said, Kwame Nkrumah Ghana, Muna, that's one I said, I Ghana for because so take a peep into history. Now, here people are now rising to such prominence in terms of president, and as for now, had the quality of thought, temperament, ingenuity, vision, personality. I build ya babesi na. Now, some of the characters and line up say a person we flag bearer for MPP. What one we must show say recently I was primary school near your friends secondary school no sitting from a very distance what we were told they say MPP a party of intellectuals when it comes to fine brain thinking where but in recent times I think so much swap is adding for different thing because Sanka 19 we catch us a bedroom pointer. These individuals who will be contesting on the ticket of the party. I mean, you're so Sanka Bejiadi. Because you bet me to Nippon in go say, now your profile of one after the other. For instance, let me start with Kennedy Agyepong. Say Kennedy Agyepong wouldn't know. Now say recent times here and pop it up and I who the way or casa. Yes, or he will win your heart. I will say, oh yes, because catch us or a businessman. Why you say, that's fine, we agree. But yeah. You zoom me back to Nema happen Kroma say. You see what people don't get and they say you cannot just pretend to be who you are not. Yeah. And that's exactly what that gentleman is playing. Because you see what's na Kroma now catalog in Nema asiso akoso Kroma. Nanum kasa keke aye enough and kasa mrebi anka odansawam. Nanum kasa keke waka. Emma ye jail candidate and Casamre or ineligible crowd because yati Kroma say on a man and Tokau Kroma say a threaten say or their fierce was naked picture by Babontin. I did see in the pictures no Guabontin or ba say on the buy on the buy okay and the buy or say journalist be a canasem a meswali. And on the picture to the TV so announcing him crow for Muyo no be any more. Yeah. Then he on the picture to Abontin and I'll catch a gun or catch the supporters says, oh, who know the premises are Omomono no Magiska. The premises in our Medina and our Branty and a man for who born to Okuno. And this a Ghana a serious country and Casa issue no cry now Obianca's on the Kuno, but one no assem and a dobeba and watchy. And there is this picture, voice circulating. Say, I say, don't get your Maham or Bessie or Modine. We know who's our way. I know that's what our TV show. Oh, so this is the real temperament of the person. I can say, but in recent time, Russia's president, you could see, say he's pretending to be a different person altogether. I can't just say, being president, temperament is everything. Yeah. And are very stressful, your friend is saying circumstances, no provoke did whatever. Can you control yourself? And that particular person, he cannot. Oh, your bar, obey what oh, your bema, obey what where's obey just sometimes who go back now play some of the summer waka. Now, but that been a yourself president in summer waka. It doesn't inspire. We are young person. That is what I'm telling you, going forward, quality of leadership, you lose in terms of quality because and some of these individuals will not have the moral courage to even come up. This may a businessman, I build the business, and I'm more brand as I see that is absolute nonsense. Yeah, you're in businessman almost started from zero to where they are, and I hear people who were fully financed through government contract. And then as when I would say my government contracts supply, your friend is saying, Nema Ukroma, when you business. Oh, Menya. So that being a business, my building chain, my funding partner, that opportunity no be any bianco, be as bit man. What I say? So me, I am looking at temperament, I am looking at quality of thought, I am looking at somebody who is reliable and not erratic. So unpredictable to the extent say president obiso obi adina ta obetire on na mefie ekobana som a whole lot of stuff. You understand? I am not sure say Ghana is ready for those comic way no. Yeah. We've seen a lot of time on any nuanom TV so na for. There was a time on Kobo obi ani so na for. You don't do that because children are watching. So for me this is a hard truth for people to accept. And Ghana, you're making the thing so cheap that once you have money, you can dole out to people, no? Automatically you qualify to be president. You understand? I think that Ghana is a serious country, and we will not be having this conversation. And again, Bryan Acheampong, I'm so surprised when you courage to show his face. I was West Wagon. Committee, I indicted, one of the person one of the most bloody incidents in our political history. Occasion you Okroma say. Akufo-Addo was advised by the committee report. A young reprimanded. He was promoted to become an agric minister. Obenya Sikano, hotel, I see her from Kwame Nkrumah pension, also on the year below near Yamanento. Bill Gates. Sikaba fie into abato ye way yamayen and whole lot of nasty stuff. Oh, Kroma. Yeah, but to abano or tonight TV so catch say. Or no, they will not hand over to NDC. And I'm catch say these are jokers and cowards because say Ghana for to about yawa. We know been about pam one abedwane. Akufo-Addo we more to about ya no. Time so free Jubilee House ground so no parking and them akoye. Ya to about ya no batena ho. And these were people with inflammatory and derogatory comments inciting violence in the South Okroba say has that Bryan Acheampong was son. And that temperament is the president. So I think that the MPP Council of Elders should have been bold enough to look at these people in the face. They are more party, party more the platform. Because this is a party that will lose power. Man for us some bit me rebuild them or rebrand them or ama anamfo nya gidie na hotoso bi wo party nim. But if these are the same characters you are parading, characters with violent tendencies, so say yanka incompetence krasemo and yanka anything, we are talking about temperament. These two people, and there are enough evidence out there. I bet so that these people, when it comes to temperament, they cannot be trusted. They are so erratic and so unpredictable. So no country why floating voter by last for this particular individuals. In the Basa, you are sinking the fortunes of the party. And again, Dr. Bawumia as a person on this all Kobe, in the Obabi men young woman, and also the track record Edaho. He promised to save the city. That's for 2024 the year who ye. But you see, the amount Bawumia Ebaye a fence a month for a best Serena church and say. Wow, Prado was away the best economist there. What Ghana no? Yeah. Who knew your buy also your friend saying communicator. Or some say Mahama communicator. Aye. Within 6 months, the communicator no I own him anything about economics, has been able to do engineering. The city now could do 15 cities, or the above do 10. And the question is upon all the way now so good who so ma o ma who so ekoko see saying. That is why the incompetence gained grounds in this particular argument. Because Mahama was brandished as communicator on a literature teacher and never handle. Yes, but if communicator and literature teacher at me I reposition economy na Moody's write new books about Ghana. Fitch upgrading, S&P upgrading, and commercial space, Ghana, there are signs showing that we can return, and then we can go out there and tell investors, come, because our economy is stable. And now your currency, is one of the most stable currencies in the world. April now the best, according to Bloomberg. Yeah. This is the handiwork of a communicator and your friend is a literature teacher. Now, while we are economists with all the PhDs, lectures, Associate University, Central University, Bawumia Kwana is the only person I'll be vice president. Or no, Timmy can organize a lecture, actually, how the city can be stabilized. When you have the power, you are not doing anything. These are comic characters. In any serious political dispensation, we will not be having a conversation around all this. I do him. I answer them. Never be free by. I say, teacher me. Would there be a better one in chain? I think the MPP should get serious, to be very honest. Because you see, if in fine speech is enough, I want people to. But Kennedy Agyepong too is in the race. Kennedy Agyepong is a nice, fine gentleman. I don't want to worry. But me, who is that last time? Me can't say he's a fine gentleman, people. But or you be reliable. Because of in some kind, all of a sudden out there campaigning for no, you'll be reliable. And Kennedy Agyepong, Lambaste, when your friend is saying, Bawumia can some young can you not reno. After 1 month, I will lose you. The person turned and catches about me is the best. I'm on to Abamano. You see, young people of today, no, I'm on there with you. So whenever you're picking your words up, make sure, sir, you back it with integrity, honesty, so that people will have belief and trust in you. And again, so we had this internal way or more spring up. Sometimes you listen to some of the conversations, and it's so, and obi say can Baumia wife. Now, Omoto Abamana na semsi obedwane. How can anybody on his right senses make such derogatory or full and into Ghana? But why would somebody at Wako school or we are mature in our politics will be doing this kind of politics? And then tribal politics are taking center stage. And that has always been the birthright of the MPP. Because our Dombo, Dam Kwa tradition. That is a tribal signature. That is a tribal signature. Because your politics are not tribal more. It is about Ghana for you know you can't boom choose a competent person. You don't do a tribe way. So who build the party around a tribal nucleus? This is what you get. And former second lady, you can't say oh you're full and in same to and people are bold enough to say some of these things on TV. And so I think that the party Council of Elders, you know, they have a lot of job to do. Me, but I just said this flag bearer election, your more dear if you are analyzing from any political way, you know, say party lose power, what lose connection with the people. As a serious political party, you try to build the bridges. Again, among 4 free like Alan and several other people left because of certain things are not right. Over because of what granted an amnesty for Alan Nomra. Near money free, money free, no. Why address those things? So you first engage these people. Now, more assurance. Oh, some of these things have been addressed. Now, one say, be an amnesty. Now, what power no crown, what power no crown, hoko. Now, what opposition over joining? Who will be a Sania? What I say? What power na sike flow? Ala no a minister. Yeah. Or no, your minister across who a jail quatinafie. Now, bra wabo position was saying go and massa. I will be a moon, Samre over joining. I think these guys should get serious. I want the MPP to do well. Because growing up, we saw it as a party, supposed intellectuals, fine. But then the can't go the time. Because for some of these characters, said these characters will have the moral courage to say that. And we see the aura of respect surrounding Ghana's presidency. You know, I think they are so low to the point that anybody at all, you know, the sad aspect is that Obi Obenya Sikabia said the next thing is president. That is absolute nonsense. You understand? Because it's not about money. It is not about my brand or 16 houses. Now, who cares about your 16 houses? We are talking about individuals who good temperament, who have vision, Kwame Nkrumah bag and the president, or the bag in Kwana, or the bag in tea and a buyer. Ghana foresaw something in him, and the party now, what they jettisoned the party, gave power to Kwame Nkrumah, and he transformed this country. Who cares about the money? Video. So so stop this nonsense of and sometimes when you contribute to the discussion, you tell you so now democracy. Democracy they are doing there. Yamfana manya misika because you can yakoma akwache ba bi obi anya nisika free bia na kuma. What are some American? And you be as na sika motivating no. I know Bianca, what I say, the little contribution that we can make in our way just to ensure that we build a country because you're fortunate, build a better Ghana for us. We are striving to ensure that we bequeath to the next generation a better Ghana. Institutions by robust. Individuals will find brain ideas, build the foundation. We are not going to sit down for idiot to be, you know, running around the corridors of power with bad temperament, insult, and those kind of stuff. I think the MPP need to go back to the drawing board because the better position because quality of men are more present in demonstrating some track record track record near Temdidie and your friends have my pictures I threatening a month for and as a phone. Now if it's a Ghana a serious country and Kennedy Agyepong I do the announced and then group because I'm linking a city chroma say. I saw for you in your mode and conveniently he's moving from church to church trying to reconnect. And America, you see, you can pretend to be another person, but fine, intelligent people will see you for who you are. Enough of this nonsense of pretense. You know, none of them are qualified to be president.
All right. They say Bryan Acheampong son no back on the say one orchestrate change your style. Change your style. Be like that. Pajamas. Okay.
Kada party baby.
Yes, this all on the board get the park.
Again,
no. We go happy before
no, no, born the park. Again, Papa doesn't to the Yimba Cassie starting. Oh, yeah. Now, national security, that's it. Yeah, man, that knows the different security.
I say amnesty, Montreal let them run.
Oh, there be amnesty. Say, you know, say grant MPP amnesty. Dear, you have phone no. Oh, no, so the bonnet. Amnesty bonia wodi ache
yeah
so wodi bonia between ye omo ye bonia any ye bonia one was the bonia che nko we will grant them amnesty to join us any movement the be political party and chekra
okay
ti ye nya be political party ye be grant amnesty to the new patriotic party say omo ma me kai hone ye mfa ye ne credibility no emfa nkoji to me mehwe o man so yai NMS start NPP semne free statement Ora Francis Adeni issue or say a committee 40 na ye chirichirim then you see the tripura then you more your more party you more to what the ideals the principles idea ijina support NPP one what you see pa was a press statement on NPP primary following broad consultations advice from my team members and careful reflections on the current circumstances of the party, I have decided not to contest the NPP presidential primary scheduled for January 31st, 2026. The decision is founded on the following. 1. Inappropriate political timing, January 31st, 2026 for the conduct of the presidential primary. 2. The top-down approach to internal party contests, which has been severely criticized by many party stalwarts, including myself, as politically imprudent. The seeming inclination and bias of party executives towards one candidate, the unreasonable and unhealthy monetization of our internal policies, as evident in the astronomical amount of 4,600,000 Ghana cedis being demanded from each aspirant. These factors, I believe, undermine the foundations of our internal democratic culture and place unethical emphasis on money rather than competence and winnability. Eti for the ora ade ni mo a na oye kane mampon MP na ogina osunkokoko amenyo dimu eko gina edi nkunimu no. De owo kanyina ne se eye MPP aba omode ba beyi frankatuni no a na nka ono eka ho no watwe ne ho one na busua ne nkofo no di dwuma nyina adwene nsem no na de enti a wo twe ne ho ne se abra mo so de be 21 January no enye abra ya pa ebio ye to akoyi ye sida ya ye kwa kobo chance esoro ansa de aba be foundation no wo se sabi adwene bi anim enya